Yeah, no. You have to have a track record. So I would go out to like what a buyer would be looking at. That takes some intuition. So, like for example, a buyer in Ives Estates isn't going to be looking in Highland. So you don't use Highland. You would use, okay, where else?
There's 5 that are very similar.
Yeah.
Use them all.
Yeah, absolutely. To get your month's supply of inventory. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Then you're in a, you probably are in a balanced market, Larry. You probably are.
Okay.
With the pendulum moving towards buyer market. Because remember, well, to me and you, just a year ago, it was like 2 months, 2.5, 3 months of inventory. So to now be at 5.5, 6, we're moving in that direction. So you probably are balanced. And then the next, it'd probably be easier if I had pulled, like to do it, to explain. Well, you won't be able to pull actives unless you did it. But what you will be able to do, Larry, is start using your intuition like you just did, which is, check this out. This is important, what I'm about to share. If somebody wants to buy real estate, that's a car, they meet with an agent and then they start looking at properties, let's say 3 to 4 weeks. They then find a property and they negotiate. Go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then they go under contract, and contract is 30 to 45 days. 30, 45 days. Well, that's 4 to 6 weeks. So if you add this up, 6, 10, 11, let's just round up to 12 weeks. So anything we pull that's closed and we're seeing that it's balanced, well, what was 90 days ago? April, May, June, we're in July. So any closed statistic is actually streamlined or built up from April. And that's why the pendulum, doing this and staying consistent with pulling the numbers, gives you absolute traction of where it's going. All closed transactions is a trail. Like, it's not today, it's actually what was going on 90 days ago, 90 days before that, 90 days before that. So good point. For any newer agent, the worst time to think of what to say is when you're about to say it. There's a process. And here's the process. The first step is that you will sound like a robot. You will. You're going to sound silly because your tonality isn't there yet, your rate of speech, because you're literally reading. Or you've memorized it, which means you've gone question 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. But the moment you go question 3 to question 8 to question 2, you get thrown off because you don't have it internalized. Internalization happens over time. A lot more time than you're giving it credit for. You're like, man, I'm better, I can advance. And now you're confusing yourself. To practice dialogues, what to say, you must read it, chant it, write it, role play it. And when you role play, you just read it. Just read it. If you're doing anything off the top of your head and you're in your first year in the business, you're trying to cheat the system. I would get a script board and I would legit read it. Just read it. When you role play, read it. The moment you start doing things off the top of your head, you're practicing poorly. And you're saying that you're doing the work and you're going through the motions versus doing it purposefully. And I wish it was sexy, man. I wish it was, you got to give me the magic. No, the magic answer is time on task over time. This right here is what Gen Z's biggest problem is. That's your biggest problem, is that you want instant gratification of, oh, I did the work, I gotta get better. Just give me more stuff. Just slow down. Time on task. Do it over and 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 over time. I watched a podcast over the weekend with Mike Miller and Udonis Haslam. It's called The OGs. Strongly recommend if you're a Heat fan. It's absolutely awesome. And it was the best of last year. It was the best of thing that I watched. And they were interviewing Tyler Herro, who was an all-star this year, but it was before he was an all-star. So it was the summer before. They talked about pressure. And Tyler stopped for a second. He's like, pressure's made up in your head. Because if you put up 500 shots a day, every single day, what's pressure? It's just another shot. But when you don't put the work in and you're like, yo, give me more. Just give me more things. Let me drive with my left hand when I still can't make a layup with the right. Hey, block my 3-point when you can't make 10 in a row on your own. This is the exact same conversation I had with you at the very beginning. It's the exact same conversation. Fascinating. It came from folks around the same age. Slow down. Know what all the, before you learn how to say it, you should be able to say 20 different questions under location. If someone wants to look in a location, how many questions can you off the top of your head say about location? If someone wants to know about price, how many questions can you off the top of your head talk about price? Motivation. How many questions off the top of your head can you say without your eyes going 6 different directions about someone's motivation? Until then, that's what you study. Not trying to get all sexy, because here's what will happen. You're going to build your business on stilts versus a strong foundation. And that's the answer, is slow down and study what to say. Then you'll learn tonality. Then you'll learn rate of speech. Then you'll learn all these things to where you'll be able to build rapport with the people you're talking to. For the first year or so of my career, I literally brought a clipboard with me everywhere so that I would just read what I had. Because I was told, this is your script. Versus me going and just trying to wing it and just trying to be someone who I wasn't, which was prepared.